site, but he's alone right now. He's got to be so careful, and there's a player directly to his adjacent right on the other side of Firebox. They've not yet spotted him, but it will be Freiburg that gets back through the smoke, and well, that commenced. Ooh. His teammate also went down. Follow that up, Elige is in the grave as well, and it will be looking like NiP could take 10 rounds on the T side with just 2 Liquid players remaining, and they're slowly evaporating as well, but Fugly does get back. He finds Exist. That'll slow down the bomb plant slightly, won't matter. NiP close it, and it will be 10 rounds.
I'm really impressed with NiP. Yesterday we said they looked static, they weren't really sure what their approach was. This time I actually like it though, although it was based off a lot of execution from the start of the round, which normally as an advisor, you normally want to go and see game map control and then go into the play. I think this actually benefits NiP. They're actually able to utilize their big fraggers. Exist and Forest really have found their confidence today, and it seems like that's working out for them. Just having a set plan, giving them opportunity, they know which area is going to be smoked off. In the previous tournaments, we've just seen them trying to work picks, not really doing anything too technical in terms of like actual smoke grenades. And that was a problem yesterday as well. Now they've kind of bounced back, a different game plan, and it's working out fantastically for them. That's a really good half. Like I said before, after losing the pistol and getting 10 rounds on the T side of Mirage, that's absolutely huge for them. There's a scoreboard on the screen right now. Forest and Exist leading the charge there for sure. Alu having a pretty quiet day in the office, didn't really have too much impact of his AWP. I'd say Adren actually won most of the battles there, but what do you need to do when Forest is playing that big?
Well, there's also not often times that you can look directly at a scoreboard and paint the picture of what's happened in the match. Sure. But in this case, with Exist getting that many kills, and we saw him walking to A, and Hiko being that low on frags, that just shows you they won that entry every single time they went to A.
That's actually a really important factor as well. Hiko, you normally expect on this map to be stepping up, and on A bomb side, that's where most of the attacks are coming in. That's where he plays. We expect him to be one of the headline acts on this map, and he really didn't show up. He only got 5 frags total. It was more like Adren and Fugly really actually impressing us, and with the intelligent plays really, Fugly, especially with that round pushing from B. But yeah, like you said, Hiko, disappointing half from him considering most of the attention went towards the A bomb side, but 20 seconds.
In part due to the fact that he was isolated quite well by NiP. Again, it's better than what it used to be for Liquid in a lot of situations where you go back to that flip side loss against in the qualifier for Katowice, where they just got smoked out and wouldn't even go for a retake until they were all there, and it was just, they never gave themselves a fighting chance. It's at least having Hiko forward has solved some of those problems if he gets a trade kill on entry, but that's the point. He has to get those kills on the entry. He has to at least give his team a chance. If he goes down, he's got to get 1, if not 2.
I would have preferred to still see more aggression from Liquid that half. They did it 1 round, I think it was on the first gun round. I'd like to see more of that, pushing up middle, maybe some underpass play and stuff like that. It seemed like they were afraid to do that, but here we go. Then we go into the second half. It is NiP on the CT side with 10 rounds. A must-win pistol for Liquid, it feels like. Going for full sets of armor here. That's kind of unorthodox. You normally want one utility player on this map. Maybe going for a straight-up B split here by the looks of the setup so far. And NiP get right with the dualies as well. One of his more favored weapons.
This nade, almost perfect timing. Won't do quite as much damage as it looked like it initially would, but Forrest gets the head off of Hiko with the USP. They're going to commit to this regardless because Elige has managed to sneak down Catwalk, get past the player playing at Connector and toward the site. He's gotten Freiburg down now as well, but it's all left to just poor old Nitro and Adren. Good pickup by a Nitro to try and allow them to get the bomb plant, but they still have to contend with the fact that Alu has made it inside the site. They've spotted him up, 7 HP. He'll go down in the end. And they're playing on the perimeter. It's going to be 2 versus 2. Liquid, they've pulled it back, but Get Right's come around. He's got a good position right now inside of apartments. And they still can't get this bomb planted. There's lots of time to work with. The problem is, unless they get the next pick here, they may not find that opportunity because NiP are just waiting for it at this point. They've got themselves already on the site and don't even need to commit. So cleverness here from Liquid. They look to the only escape route they have, and they may just be able to get up Catwalk and out of here.
Yeah, it's just actually a really nice play from Liquid. They know Get Right stuck in the B apartments now. If they make their way to A as quickly as possible, it's only going to be 1 player waiting for them. Exist rotates. He needs to go big here, but Nitro takes him down, and that's a fantastic pick to get the bomb down in this situation. Got to leave Get Right with a massive mountain to climb. Got the dual elites in hand. I'm not really sure whether he's got a chance going into this one. Adren facing, though. That's an audacious play from him.
Yeah, searching for it. Can't spot Adren. Now he sees his head. That was a brilliant shot. 2 pixels to fire at, I'm sure, and he probably split them as he looks now to try and bait out Nitro by tapping on the bomb. Not sure where he is. Looks at Palace, spots him now on A, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time to work with. That kit, though. He may hold this all the way through. Nitro's not going to be. What a shot, though, from Nitro! And that round was very back and forth.
1 second remaining. 1 bullet. Nitro had to hit the headshot, and somehow he pulls it off. That's absolutely massive. Really intelligent play there from Liquid to even get the bomb down. Get Right, almost looking certain to defuse that bomb. It took like milliseconds before the bomb would have been defused, and that's crazy round. This was interesting from Adren. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mistake from him to assume he wouldn't be get shot in that situation, but this is the shot I wanted to see. Nitro, fantastic stuff. Timed to perfection. 5 seconds, of course, to defuse, and he worked it out perfectly. So here we go. Then we go into round number 17. 10 plays 6 in favor of NiP. They are going to be on the force by this time. Desert Eagles coming out for Freiburg and Forest. So never discount them out of these sort of rounds. Obviously, pistol masters in their own right. Liquid have one recon player in terms of Adren. They have got some small amount of utility. 2 smoke grenades. I would assume they're going to try and go towards the A bomb site. Send Adren in first by smoking off CT spawn, maybe smoking off steps, and seeing whether they can find a stack here. NiP with 3 players towards A right now.
What can Hiko do on the T side? Claim his territory in A, perhaps with a better result. Galil already out. Get Right, as we can see, is posted up outside the doorway as soon as he arrives. And they are starting to stack up on that A ramp as well. It's Exist that waits there. Get Right sense falling down as a Dren. He took the initial peek with the MAC-10. He's got the SMG, so he'll go on the recon, but Nitro's made it all the way on to at least Tetris. Slow and passive right now, though. They don't want to take any chances. They don't want to run into a potential stack. There are 3 on the A site, but it's not necessarily the most opportunistic positions, although Get Right manages to pull it back. Fugly and Adren go down, and that drops the bomb as well. They've got control of it until Hiko arrives. He'll pull it back slightly, all the while Elige manages to find a way up connector, and it's left to Freiburg. The Deagle's not going to be enough.
Back and forth round there. Like he said, Team Liquid have a really nice methodical approach to the A bomb side. We thought that would be very clean from them, even though the NiP stack was there. Get Right lurking in the shadows, comes out, finds 2 frags. Wasn't quite enough there. Freiburg potentially had an opportunity to win that round had he landed one of those Deagle headshots. But here we go. The replay on your screen right there. Get Right just comes out. 5-7 in play. Obviously now it's going to mean NiP pretty much on a full eco. Interesting enough though, Freiburg and Forest bringing out the Zeus, a weapon we thought was dead and gone after the recent nerf, but they're going to give it a go anyway. It'll be interesting to see whether they can make that work. Seems like Liquid will be making their way towards middle, and they have 1 player towards Palace as well, which will be Hiko. Full B stack coming in from NiP.
We're going to leave Fugly to his devices. He should be able to figure this out as well. It's his job to make sure they make the right call. And he's definitely spotted Freiburg. How much further does he want to go? Regardless, his teammates are now investigating on the A site. They should walk in. This is going to be another round for Liquid. Absolutely. Standard, not surprising. And we'll get the guns out in the next one. We'll see if NiP can hold on to what will now only be a 2-round lead once this is finished. Hopefully does at least find Forest.
At this point, NiP obviously haven't invested anything into the round at all already. They might as well try and take some guns off. If they can get a couple of kills and just stay alive with the AKs, that'd be fantastic for their money. Let's see how the approach is on. Nitro just waiting there in CT spawn. He is one of the players with their back tens there, so he can afford to go for some kills. They just spots 3 CTs waiting for him in the kitchen there. We'll be trying to fall back and reload and call for him for some backup here from his teammates.
Good shot, Nitro. Up close to getting that money baby with the MAC-10. 3 kills for him in a row. Freiburg eventually will put him down, but return on investment's already been well worth it. And again, like we say, this round has been over for a while. It's going to be Liquid on 8 rounds now, but NiP, they'll bring the guns out. And what approach do they take? Do they get aggressive early or just try and cushion the lead here?
Well, considering the buy they've got right now, I would assume they're going to get Alu. Well, Alu has got the AWP.
He's got the AWP,
I thought they'd go for the rifles in this one. I thought they were going to go for that aggression. They haven't got a single kit here, which does suggest they need to make something happen early. They can't allow an execution to come in like onto A, like we saw from NiP in the first half. If the bomb goes down, they're forced to post one situation. It's going to make it very stressful and very chaotic to try and hold that one off. But Alu, here we go, facing towards the top of mid, trying to see what he can find here. Looks like Liquid may be opting to go for the other side. A execution, we just speculated about. If they do get the bomb down, this could be a nightmare situation for NiP.
Passive hold, Get Right back to CT. Initial aggression toward the front of the site. It's faded back toward the jungle area. Where this plays close quarters with Alu, who's got his attention turned on to Palace. That's where the bomb is. They want this A position. They haven't done much investigation toward mid. It's pretty much going to be a standard A hit right now. On the front of the site, last player to join in will be Fugly. He's arrived now, and surely when these smokes land, they will go. And Alu, he's not going to have that position to fire into. He doesn't even get to stick around to fire an empty shot toward the shell of the door because they flashed him out of it. That allows Nitro to walk up over top of Tetris. He makes the jump, gets the kill, and Alu can't commence the trade as he falls back now through the vents to take a different approach at CT stairs. That's where Get Right is as well. Him holding that position gives them a bit of a chance to stop this bomb plant, but they've since lost it. And Fugly's now going to take Alu in that rotation. Nitro cleverly waits in the corner, and Freiburg will die as well. It's 1 round the difference.
Really nice execution there from Liquid. That double team, Elite Liege and Nitro as well. They are so strong together at getting these entry frags. Such a nice little duo going to bomb sites. Simple smokes going down. Just had to smoke off CT spawn, and I think they actually smoke off Sandwich intentionally themselves just to kind of eradicate that being a risk. So it means they can go into the bomb site and just work on the frags going in. It was actually really well executed. So it'll be devastating to NiP's economy. You can see now they will be on pistols once more. That's actually 4 in a row for Team Liquid this half, so they're looking really strong and looking to get back into this one. You would assume he's going to get tied up after this round, going to 10-10. This is exactly the series we were expecting in this one. So many storylines into this one, and we must remember whoever loses this game will be out of the major, so everything on the line right now.
Nitro's going to pop flash in, check ladder room. There is Forrest waiting above. Spots him up, but you can't yet land the shots, and eventually he'll just climb his way up to make sure he puts down Forrest. The pistols so far not really achieving anything. In fact, minimal damage onto Nitro, and that's it. Finally, they will get one, make it 2 now. Great shot from Freiburg, dropping bomb. But sadly, they've just got so much firepower and position on top of NiP that it, aside from economic damage, won't do much. It's get right left in a 1-on-3. No utilities to work with. P250 in hand. He's just going to check to make sure there's no one lurking and waiting for his arrival. And he may do the same and wait for their exit.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. If he can find an AK and survive, that would be fantastic. One thing to note so far, 5 rounds deep into the second half, Alu yet to get a single kill here. We need him to start stepping up on this CT side if NiP want to make sure they maintain this current lead for them, but obviously going to go towards 10-10 now. Liquid know they have the economy in their favor.
That's actually a really good point, and they talked about this on the analyst desk as well, is the fact that Alu, as Nitro will get right, they won't be able to drop any more guns. It would have been a small victory for NiP, but Alu and Natsu, as coach potentially, brought over a revitalized Mirage. He's one of the reasons that NiP got better on this map, so with him only on 5 kills right now, that is pretty impressive. This is an all-in right now.
Their T side was much better, but yes, you're absolutely right. 3 snipers coming out, get right, running the auto sniper, Forrest with an AWP, Alu with an AWP. They are definitely all in. A change of strategy here, going to bring it to the table and see what they can do with it. Liquid changing up their play as well. Looks like they'll be favouring towards mid and B, but let's see how this works out for NiP. Obviously have to play very far back for this setup to work for them. Let's see what they can do with it. Forrest will be facing towards the top of mid, trying to gain any info there, but he's going to be smoked out, but the smoke's not great. Eliege goes down, and that's the first pick going in favour of NiP. Now they can afford to fall back and wait for the T's to come to them.
They do still have Nitro trying to control that underpass play to get toward connector. They are going to check it now, though, as Exist puts himself in position to do so. He's already spotted Nitro's shoulder. He just needs to contain him, hold him still, and in fact, he does better than that. Takes his head clean off. It's Freiburg to follow up, so the rifles now go to work after the initial pick from the AWP. Again, very heavy investment from NiP. This could have tilted them. If Liquid could have picked up this round, it might have been the start of something, but now they've got to claw them back into a 2 versus 5. It's Hiko and Adren to do it. Hiko has the AK. They may actually... I'm going to play it slow and try and get picks. I was going to say they may actually sit back and go for the save, but they've got decent money on Hiko, so they actually can afford to go for this because he can drop out.
They know that the investment NiP have made. If they can find a few kills here, that's going to be huge. But get right, lovely headshot, make it 2. Takes down Adren and Hiko there to finish the round off. And that's really nice round there from NiP. Forrest taking matters into his own hand. He said, Alu, you know what, I'll go for the aggressive faker. I'll be the mobile AWP here. Alu looking a little bit... lackluster in the second half, but Forrest finding that first kill really did open it up and took the game towards Liquid here. Just replay on his screen of that nice little auto sniper play from Get Right here to finish things off. Definitely a very viable weapon on this map. Obviously a lot of smoke play coming in means you have the ability to spam through and predict where the T is going to be. Looks like a full set piece from Liquid coming in here. 5 players committed towards the A side of the map. They have fully bought into this. 5 rifles this time though. Forrest pushing off short once again. They'll be gaining info soon. They're going to realise nothing is presented towards middle whatsoever.
Here we go. Full execution. Smokes are down. AKs are out. Get right. He's still got that auto sniper, so he's going to spray in with it. Brilliant position from Exist if they don't check this, but Fugly's waiting for that smoke. He just wants to get the shot, but when he walks through, he's spotted. Good bait. He actually gets away from that. This pulls Exist attention to Elise, but he still can't walk out to get the trade. Fortunately, the Molotov takes him low enough, and they followed this up. Liquid actually have the lead right now by 1 man. It's a 4-on-3. Still, though, bomb not in a great position to get planted. Stuck in behind the firebox right now. Fugly, he hasn't even made it out of Palace. And the problem is that the utilities are gone for Liquid. That slight window of opportunity to use them in their favor just worked out for a few trades, but they're locked out of the sight still. They've just got 2 flashes on Fugly, that's it.
Yeah, so that's the problem. When you have an AWP looking down on you, and you need to plant in the open here. Nitro stuck behind the bomb side there. He needs to make his way around and somehow find a bomb plant here. They need to find a kill, basically. Let's see what they can do with this. Adren hunting now, and that's going to help. Nitro and Adren get both of them. Freiburg chimes back in, but somehow Liquid find a way to win that run. That's fantastic from them. It looked like they were locked out there, deciding not to go for the bomb plant, and the objective just going to go straight in for the kills there. And that's actually pretty massive in the terms of the economy now. You can see Alu on 3K, still yet to get a kill this half. And looking pretty weak here because they go for a force by the Max 7 and Famisters.
That play as well all came from Adren being able to push past Sandwich. Once he made it the stairs, he therefore knew he could take Forest, and he couldn't pick onto Palace. That then allowed Nitro to walk out, and that's where they got the second pick. So really good team sequence there. We saw them just be patient and wait for that play to just work in their favor.
We'll be interested to see how this round goes down. This is a huge investment from NiP, potentially looking down the barrel of a double eco. If they do lose this one, they have gone for the Famisters. Max 7 on to get right, but we know what kind of damage he can inflict with that. So Liquid aware of this economical situation, the deficit for NiP, so they're going to be playing a lot slower this time, just trying to feel out the map. You can see once again it's going to be Fugly towards the B side of the map. See if you can just work out where there is a stack towards B, but going very slowly this time, making sure they use all the time they have available.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what information he can garner this time, because right now, and they are going back over with him toward the bomb, because he is getting closer and closer to that B site. There is a 3-man pressure presence on A, along with a man in a quick rotation spot from ladder. So this might be the better call for Team Liquid.
So we've got Adren in Palace here. This could be a little bit risky. If he goes down and gives an AWP away, that's a big loss for them. He's going to be by himself right now. Does get flashed over by his teammate, but he chooses to opt out right now.
Adren's going to have to take this battle.
That's
the
exactly what I'm
shotgun
talking about.
Gone, but the good news is that won't affect too much in the play. In fact, it may just hold them on A longer because they don't have the information yet on B. Now they do. Trying to fire through the canopy, but Forrest waits below it. Freiburg does finally pick one up. He takes Fugly, but the trades have come out. It's going to be a Liege to get back into the last one until Exist gets the kill, and now it's a 3 versus 1. Hiko to clutch it out. We've seen him in these situations so many times, but the problem is he's only got 18 seconds, and the bomb is down on the site. There's no way he's going to get away this time.
Nobody was sure what the idea was. I called it just before it happened. Like, if Adren goes down there, it's pretty much round over. They're forced to go into B after that point. The call came in. Okay, they're definitely not coming A. Adren doesn't need to be in that situation by himself. It's not really like he can do much with that. And the risk is so high there. But there we go, get right, making that Max 7 really work and actually giving the round towards NiP, and that's a massive one for them to win. You can see the money comes back into it. Alu with the AWP once more, and now it's Liquid's turn to force into it. You can see one of the players, Liege, just going to be on the Tech 9 there, and they haven't got quite the utility they had before. They have got smokes, but not much in terms of Molotovs. Forrest going aggressive once more, onto short. Going to be bringing the party towards Liquid there. They rotate through T-spawn.
Get right's got that shotgun again, blinded when he tries to take the shot toward Tetris, so just missing his intended target. He'll do so the second time as well, but leave Alu there. He finally gets Liege with the AWP. Again, it's a man advantage early for NiP. That won't stop Liquid though. They still want into this B site. They've managed at least to push into the corner. This is good positioning because now they can set up a crossfire in the site. And the bomb, although yet to cross, will have a great chance to be planted. They take down Exist as well. Fugly's going to push even further forward. And it is fully locked out now. NiP, it's going to be a full retake. Bomb is down. Nade from Fugly, that'll do additional damage to Alu. Not much, though. He only goes down 10 HP from that. Leaves him up 31. AWP up close, and he walks back in. It's the boom boom stick up that close, and Fugly can do nothing. Get right as well. As the shotgun comes into it, and it's going to play a huge role in this round.
The last 2 rounds, in fact, yeah, that's absolutely massive from Get Right. It seemed like it was almost the perfect strategy from Liquid. They did the fake towards A, one player going in, finding a frag, and it looked like CTs were falling for it as well, as the players rotated for T-spawn, got into the B bomb site, put that huge Max 7 play towards the end there. We can see it on your screens right now. Comes out the B apartments, takes down 2 players, and just settles around there and then. Hiko in a great position to win that clutch, but Get Right locks him out. And like I said, the force by last round means they will be on Eco this time. They will be getting some P250s and Tech 9s, but no utility whatsoever. This is almost a throwaway round. They have no real way to get onto the bomb side. So they send 4 players towards A. It's going to be Nitro the top and middle here. And I think NiP just scouting for info towards the top and mid. Nitro's going to be pushing through that smoke as well. Forrest should be able to deal with him momentarily.
Additional smoke as well to buy more time. And this is the difference between what Liquid was doing. It's 2 men forward in the A site, so it's not just Get Right, which was Hiko when it was the other role, on the other half. He's got a better support system and Exist as we see it now from Sandwich. And although they'll try and set this crossfire, Hiko's going to walk out. They haven't yet spotted him. I'm surprised they haven't. He actually takes Get Right. That was a clean kill, an easy shot for Exist, and somehow he gets preoccupied in the corner. He'll make up for it. In fact, excuse me. Heavily so, as he gets 3 kills.
Are you okay, Matt?
I'm all right. Thank you for asking. I will survive.
Good. Wow. Nice clean round there from NiP. Obviously lost a couple of frags, but no real danger of losing the round here. We go into round number 26. It's NiP 14, Team Liquid 11. Nitro, considering his buy right now, they will be going for the full rifles, full utility once again. Interesting to see where they go with this. Looks like they won't be going towards that AXQ once again, which worked out for them. It's going to be Ali with the LEWP still. And looks like some mid-aggression coming in. I really like this. Big part of the match. And Exist showing no mercy here, going straight towards the top of middle. Ali will be backing him up as well.
And this is do or die for Team Liquid. It was so close a few rounds ago for them to be pulling it out from under NiP, to breaking the economy. Now they essentially have to win this round to give them a chance. Trade, it was favoring
Huge.
Nitro, but that's even bigger. Forrest gets 2 to give them a heavy lead, a one-man lead, but a heavy positional lead in the fact that now Hiko, he's split. He needs this duel. If Get Right takes him down, the round is essentially over. Bomb is quickly rotating and trying to get in position with Fugly. They'll pinch toward this ramp, but Get Right's heard him coming, and if Fugly's not ready for it, the shotgun again from Get Right is going to take the bomb down, and Hiko, he's left in yet another 1-on-3. This time, more time to work with, but no position. Forrest closes it, and it will be map and tournament point if you're Liquid in the wrong kind of way, but map point for NiP.
Yeah, absolutely. Considering the money they have as well, about 3k average across the board, they have no choice here but to force buy into. We can see Elise coming in with the Galil, and scouts being purchased for Adrenaline as well. This play from Forrest is so perfect. The fact that Alu died, that actually worked in NiP's favor, because they knew Exist was the top and middle as well. Forrest is able to clear up from the window, and that's a fantastic round from NiP to win. Get Right with that Mag 7 once again. He's going to be changing up, going for the P90 this time, so he's using all the exotic weapons, going no mercy towards the smoke. Does some damage onto Fugly as well, but here we come. It looks like the execution coming in from Team Liquid now.
And they've gotten in quick as well. The Tetris Exist blinded up, had absolutely no idea that Elise slipped beside him, but now it's Get Right. This time with the SMG is able to take down Hiko, spots back out, but Fugly's there. And this is actually looking okay for Liquid until Alu shows up, because now they're on low HP and they've yet to cross over. It's just going to be a slaughter. It's absolutely going to be NiP. Last man remaining is Nitro. Forrest tries to take his time to line it up, but surely this will do it. And unfortunately for Team Liquid, it was going to be the group of death. Their application to lower the coffin of NiP into the grave has been rejected. They should fight forward for at least another day.
Yeah, still life in the old dog. Yeah, it seems all the players stepping up today. I'd say the only person who didn't really turn up on the scoreboard is Alu, but Exist, Forrest, and Get Right going absolutely huge today. Nitro, the last man remaining. As we talk over, this can only go one way, really.
Surely it has to.
Surely.
And it's going to be Forrest waiting in a great spot to spot it up, and there it is. It only takes 1 bullet. NiP will play the best of 3 decider matches. They'll survive the first test. And for Liquid, well, group of death was always going to be extremely tough for them. Hats off. They did decent considering good numbers against 2 very top teams, but I guess this is how we would have predicted it when we looked at it on paper.
Well, this is the win NiP needed, just to keep their confidence. Like, if they had they have lost this one and gone out in the groups at a major, that's just not the NiP style, right? I think they still have a real good chance of getting out of this group. Unfortunately for Liquid, the fairy tale ends there. We thought they were kind of getting better and better every event we saw them at, but this group is just a little bit too much for them. So, commiserations to them, and congratulations to NiP as they go through to the next round.
Absolutely, and of course they will play either a rematch with Titan or Virtus Pro, so it's not like it gets any easier, that's for sure. As we see the congratulations given, and of course, inexperienced on Liquid's side, getting the major under the belt. We've seen a few of these players before, obviously Nitro when he stood in for iBuyPower last year, and Hiko, well, we did not say he's been in a few majors, but glad to get back. It ends far too soon in his opinion, I'm sure, but from a spectator perspective,